Hi, my name is Yichao.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Antonius.
I'm from SMU School of Business.
I'm from NAFA, a neighbor of SMU.
What's your major?
Graphic design. Right now in... Shut up. Why am I here? I don't know. I guess I'm an honored member. Ooh.
Alright, so I'm from SOB. I'm year 4 SMU.
Oh, I don't need it. No, I did actually. I thought...
Do you get NTU and NUS as well?
No, because I thought I would get it, but I didn't. Oops.
Okay, finger crossed. If I know NTU got graphic design, I wouldn't be in NAFA already. But on the bright side, I get to know you guys from SMU.
Please edit that out. Cut.
Yeah, precisely.
Well, basically, the first moment I found out that I got into SMU, I was really happy because I got rejected by NTU and NUS. But SMU is still my first choice, so I didn't lose anything out.
Right. I thought it's a smoking club, so I joined. No, I was kidding. SMUKI, I think because of Surya. Surya was my friend in Icon in year 1. Then he told me that this indoor club has some musical stuff, and he heard that I did drama, so maybe I would be interested. So yeah, that's how I started.
What drama did you do before?
I did theatre, so like normal drama you see.
Okay.
Okay, for me, I get to know SMUKI from Chevy and Surya because both of them, all three of us were at the same year. So when they talk about SMUKI, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's very similar to what we have in NAFA, and they also have this musical called Gaia. So I thought it's a good chance to showcase my photography. So long story short, I'm here.
Do you feel your photography skill is good?
What do you think?
Not really. So
Okay lor.
So how do I know about SMUKI? Basically, I was very lonely here, right? I can imagine. So I started looking at the Facebook of SMU and I found this SME Komunitas Indonesia. So I feel like I should be there. At least I have friends in year 1. Yeah, that's how I know about SMUKI.
Do you still have friends?
Next question.
My first impression of SMUKI. Okay, I thought my first impression of SMUKI is that since SMUKI belongs to SMU, I thought all the people were very nerdy, business, and very garang. I mean, very serious. But turns out some of the people are actually very fun and they are very professional in what they do. So cool.
Sure. Yichao, what do you think?
My first impression. Oh, it's not a smoking club. Okay, first impression. I remember I stepping into a room during the first Gaia sharing info session. I was late, and Chevy was the one who escorted me. And I remember he was holding on to H2O or 100 plus. I don't know why I remember that. Then he just told me you can sit on the floor first. So I sat on the floor. And then when they were going through about the production thing, I didn't really register this thing called SMUKI, but more like this thing called Gaia. And then it just sounded very fanciful, very high class. And turned out, yeah, it got even higher class after I joined. How about you, Chevy?
Yes.
My first impression of SMUKI was very family oriented, I would say. Although when I started joining the exco or the Gaia executive committee, I feel like there are more to it rather than family oriented. I feel like it's even more than family, I feel. But first impression before I join all of those is I just hope that I have friends, so I have no expectations at all.
Well, you still have many friends here, so doesn't
I'm sure you're
matter.
disappointed in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed to meet both of you.
It's the place where gives me goosebumps, very awkward, cheesy, but it's a place where I actually feel like I don't mind staying at SMU for a 5th year, because it's really somewhere I feel like I make good friends. I make a lot of good friends, and then I actually did things that I'm proud of and the things I really enjoy. And it's somewhere I feel like I can keep coming back for.
Yeah, I think I have a similar opinion as Yichao. To me, it's kind of because having been joining Gaia for 4 years and also helping out SMUKI in some of the activities and even participating, I feel that no matter which generation you belong, either in SMUKI or Gaia, there is always this sense of friendship and there's always a sense of home that you can always return to, and you can be assured that people are there for you, even if you are not from SMU itself.
Oh, join wrong school. You should have joined SMU for this level of
fluffiness.
Exactly.
But yeah, for me, SMUKI is, again, I think it's similar to both of them. I mean, if there's no SMUKI here, I think I won't be like this. I won't reach year 4 in this way. SMUKI has taught me a lot of things, valuable things. I got a lot of friends. I think it's more than a friends now. It becomes family, and we have 4 years together here. And for me, SMUKI is basically 80% of my SMU life.
Just saying, I'm not being salty, I'm just saying I'm not in a SMUKI group chat and I'm not in a SMUKI email loop, so I don't really know what's going on aside from what happened to walk past and see people and happen to see people having fun that I would join. So my most memorable one is the only one that I joined, which is the one I happened to be studying at labs last year, and I happened to see people having fun. I happened to walk past, I happened to see Jericho, hey Charlie, you're here, come join us. So I joined, and yeah, it was really fun and I love it. By the way, the event was no, the eating one. Yes, Margaret. Margaret, I think it's Margaret. Yeah, it's the tri-food one, right? Yeah, correct. It was, I think it's very educational. I actually picked up, different kinds of, not picked up, I get to try different kinds of Indo food. And then, to me, it also means a lot because it was after Gaia. So we have this syndrome of missing Gaia. Then, sadly, I don't get to miss Gaia this year. And I get to meet a lot of people from NAFA that I didn't really get the chance to see them. So it was more than just an event. It's like a reunion to me also.
For you? You are almost in every SMUKI event. So
No. I think it's a tough question, but I think the most memorable event in SMUKI is, I think, Gaia.
How about besides Gaia? We've been talking about Gaia.
So?
I mean, you have been in Hari Bugar, you have been in Pas Pesta, is it? Was it?
Yeah, Pas Pesta. But I mean, Pas Pesta is not... I mean, if you wish to include it, I think it's fine also. I think Hari Bugar. Hari Bugar not so much Not so much I mean, it's the same as pre-Gaia party and post-Gaia party to me. Yeah, so I think the Pas Pesta, I guess, okay the Pas Pesta. I think it's because I get to meet a lot of the graduated seniors already, and I really get to know how they feel, how I feel about them, and basically it's kind of a celebration of our achievement. So I thought it's really heartwarming. And also I think throughout my 4 years in Gaia or SMUKI, I've been very honored that all this accumulation has gotten me an honorary spot in SMUKI, I guess. So thanks for that.
You're welcome.
How about you, Chevy?
My most memorable event, because I've not been very active in the last 2 years in SMUKI events, so maybe I would say the planning process of my time during the event director is very memorable, especially Time Bond, which is the freshman orientation camp, because I learned a lot. I stressed a lot, and I cried a lot because there were too many pressures on there. But I say I didn't regret what I did before with Surya, which is my co-director. I'm very happy with it, although it's not even near perfect. At least I sometimes saw that the freshman is smiling, and yeah. Oh, and of course the Hari Bugar that I planned, because I use Dangdut. For all of you guys who know Goyang Dumang, yeah, I love that song. Yeah, it's really good for dancing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So actually, for the memorable event, I know what to answer already. Legit one. So I think it was 1 year or 2 years ago where I was kind of invited to help out in Time Bond, courtesy to Tommy Johnson. And what happened was that I was suddenly invited to be the ghost, the pocong. Okay, no pun intended. But it's kind of funny that whenever I tried to raise up like the pocong, actually not pocong but Dracula. So when I raise up, right, it's not that everyone is afraid of me. The moment I wake up, everyone's like, "Hey, that's Ah Chong." I'm like, "Hey, I'm supposed to be a ghost. You're supposed to be scared, not like, hey." Like, what? But I thought, yeah, that was the first time I really did a full makeup on my face, and if given the chance, probably I'll consider again. Thanks.
What I remember the most? Oh, I remember most. Darren's long hair become short hair. I was so shocked.
Nice.
For Darren.
Hey, wait. I want to answer first. What do I remember most from the events? The fact that a lot of people gain a lot of relationships.
Huh?
Basically, in Bahasa Indonesia, we call it Gaya is kind of like a biro jodoh. Don't you agree?
That's not correct. Gaya is a theater. It's a musical performance. Don't believe this guy.
Technically, it's a biro jodoh.
It's to promote confidence, musical talents. It's not really what we call biro jodoh.
Well, indirectly. in SMUKI?
Junior, Jericho.
Why?
Oh, cause in a way, when I first knew Jericho, I thought we were very similar. I still think we are pretty similar in a few ways. So we both joined Gaia, and we're both the Prince. And then after that, we both joined Icon Camp, and we're both clan head, and both love basketball. We love music. We love bad jokes. And then we also share very similar type of okay, I was about to say jokes, but okay, never mind. So yeah, I thought it's I think Gaia is really where you get to meet these juniors and you function in a way that there's no hierarchy, like you're senior, you're junior, but you're really just same level, you're doing the same thing, having fun. And yeah, good job, President. Love you.
Moving on to Ato.
Actually, this question is very hard, because I don't have one specific closest junior in SMUKI. Come on. You're making... Yeah, I'm checking right now. I'm looking at random contact that I can say is the closest one. But yeah, end up... maybe, just maybe, I would say... Siapa ya? Who are? Diamond. Serious. Who are? Actually, most of the acquaintance that I know, ironically, from Gaia are those outside of SMU itself. So,
The closest now is maybe, well, because it's this distance.
duh.
Please cut that.
Okay. Maybe if I were to just point out one name, I think it would be Samantha, because I think I've kind of worked quite well with her during past Gaia and SMUKI, and I thought she was a reliable person, and also I think I learned a lot from design from her rather than she learned from me. So I thought it's kind of a very symbiotic relationship that we have.
Okay, nice. Thank you, Ato.
You.
My
need to check
closest
contact
junior, no need. I've thought about it.
Okay.
I think Ronald is the closest junior that I've met. I don't know. It's just we frequently bump into each other, and when we bump into each other, we can talk about for maybe 1 hour or 2, just about our life. So we kind of can connect. Although it's kind of awkward, and he loves kind of bad jokes too. But yeah, he's funny and he's friendly and he's available. So yeah,
Available.
Single and available.
yeah, single available.
Okay.
Okay, think twice about joining Gaia again depending on the virus situation. You might get cancelled again. Prime Minister said it will last for 1 year. No, he said that it might. But I'm not, what I mean is, okay, this is how I feel, okay. I suppose it's not just for juniors from SMUKI, but also juniors in general. Actually, I feel like the older I grow, not that I'm very old, but as years goes by, as time passed, okay, never mind, whatever. So reaching year 4, I realized the things that I remember over my school years aren't it's not the final result that I got that made me remember what I did. For example, I don't remember what grade I got for my PWR, or it was A, sorry. Okay, anyway, I don't really remember the grades I get, but I don't remember how much time, how much I had to fluff, how much I had to copy from my friend, how much help I need to seek from my group mates. And same from my group mate. And for talking about Gaia specifically, it's not about how I felt on the stage. It's always about how many nights I spent not sleeping, how many times I fall asleep in class because of Gaia, and how many more friends I made in between. So it's really not about, aside from thinking of what you want to achieve, sometimes before you want to decide to take up something, think of what you might gain in between as well, because it's really the journey, the experience, the journey that defines the experience. It's not the outcome.
I agree with Yichao. I kind of also have a similar advice. I mean, okay, for those who know or do not know, I was the best grade of NAFA, class of 2019, flexing here. So I think, based on that experience itself, I don't think it's because I'm academically inclined or because I'm very good at studying in everything. Basically, I'm not a very paukalia person. But I think what defines the way of being a best is that you always strive to do whatever you can do, and it's not just about putting 100%, but also to know that sometimes you might fail and you won't be able to achieve everything on your own. So I thought having SMUKI as a second home is important because it kind of gives you assurance that you do belong, and the process is indeed very beautiful and sometimes can be very rough, but at the end it's all worth it.
Any advice? I think I won't touch really on Gaia anymore. So basically for all juniors, year 1, year 2, year 3s, just enjoy as much as you can in SMU. I mean, GPA is one thing, but I don't feel it's very important right now. But I saw a lot of juniors getting stressed about, I got below 3, oh, I got B minus B. I mean, it's great, I know it's important for your internship or your future full-time work, but I don't think that's everything. I feel like the quality time that you have with your friends, you joining EXCO, which is a good thing. You find a lot of friends who, I mean, there's not always rainbows in it. You'll fight for sure. You have a lot of disagreements, but at the end of the day, you look back in the past and you won't regret that. Actually, I took that role. I mean, I don't only study, I learn more than academics in SMU. That's what you remember in the future, not your A+ or A in PWR. So yeah,
I need to justify about that. Okay, anyway guys, for real, if you screw up your first year, it's okay, because there are 3 more years to screw up. No, I'm kidding. No, what I'm saying is, if it's okay if you get bad grades, because these days, even if you get good grades, you're not going to find jobs because of virus. Okay? Just saying. So honestly, grades is not everything, but definitely, if you can study well, just do lah. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, enjoy as much as you can. Yeah.
You should start first.
You should.
Yeah, you want
Last, it's fine. I mean, last words I advise your batchmates. I won't say the cliche words of let's keep in touch or so, because it's very.
You are technically saying it right now.
It's very hard. I mean, just be realistic. Yeah, sure. I mean, last words is I think I just want to thank all of my batchmates for being there. Although a lot of us in the batchmates do not talk anymore because it's just we have different cliques or they have different majors. It's really hard. So yeah, I just want to thank you for all the 4 journeys that we have been through together. Please stay safe in all this coronavirus mess. And yeah, please invite me if you have a wedding soon. And yeah, enjoy your life. I mean, that's what I can think about right now.
Okay, like what Chevy said, my interaction with my batchmates are mainly when I was in year 2 doing Gaia together. Subsequently, we have separate path of ways to go for, so I haven't got to interact with many of them. Thankfully, I had a class with Chevy last sem, so we were in the same class last sem. But yeah, and when I was in year 2, I really met these batchmates and get to work with them amazing people, and thank you guys very much for making a very fruitful year back then. And I know a lot of people work really hard, and now everyone's trying to find jobs. It's very difficult, so I want to wish you all the best. But also bear in mind if you too, and you too, you three. Just bear in mind that if even if you sometimes if you put in a lot of hard work, you might not get the success that you want. But if you don't put in hard work, then for sure it'll be very easy. That's a punchline. It's very easy. No, what I'm trying to say is, don't stress yourself too much, because ultimately everything will be fine. And these days are tough, and I'm sure people are struggling because to find jobs and also coping with studies, a lot of things. I'm sure eventually things will be fine, and we are all together. We are there for one another, and hopefully we'll get to meet up and do all things together again in the future.
I hope so.
I think for me, the last advice would be, sometimes it's okay if you ended up in something that you initially do not wish to be. I mean, reflecting on my journey in SMUKI and Gaia, I initially didn't think of joining it in the first place. I think it's only because of how Chevy and Surya promoted it to me in the first place, and I thought, wow, it's kind of a good place. Should I go? But there are classes, and I'm not very fully adjusted to NAFA yet. So, nevertheless, I still take the leap of faith to join Gaia, to dedicate myself to SMUKI at times. And I think those are the times which I'm really grateful of joining, and it applies in our life too. Whether or not we are looking for jobs, we are having families in the future, or maybe we have other person to commit towards. I think in the future, we can't just predict and expect totally what's going to happen. So let's just go with the flow, and I think let's just have fun. Okay, so towards Yichao, I think I just met him during my second year of Gaia, in which it's his first year. My first impression towards him, okay, I'm not being racist or anything, but I thought, okay first Chinese people that I see in Gaia, will it be any different from the Chinese that I know? Well, it turns out, I think not only that he's very outgoing and proactive, but also he is kind of still one of the best Chinese friends that I've ever met. And over time, I think at some point, I tend to see him as a brother, because not only that we kind of talk very well, and also I think he shares bad jokes as well. So I thought that was quite entertaining. And towards Chevy, I think I've known him for the bloody past 16 years. So I don't think I have much anything to say, rather than he's my best childhood friend. And I thought, I know that he's a person that I can depend on, and whether in sadness or in happiness, I know that he'll always have my back, I guess. Towards Yichao, not really. I mean, I'm not very personally acquainted or whatsoever. However, I think there are some moments where different departments will have different misunderstanding, especially towards publication and also towards music department. So I thought, I don't know if I'm answering it rightly, but I guess there are sometimes miscommunications that will lead to some arguments, but I'm very grateful that I never have had to argue very greatly with Yichao as of this moment. For Chevy, of course, 16 years. If I have never had a big argument with him, I think it'll be a very big question mark already. Of course, there are a lot. I mean, sometimes he just do things that tick my brain. So, like it or not, I need to get a bit angry and reprimanding him. And I think it's the same of him reprimanding me as well. So, I thought it's a two-way relationship, and which I thought, we respect each other, and I think, we are very good childhood friends. I think I'll miss Yichao in terms of having a musically inclined friend, and having a person who can joke around unconditionally and randomly. For Chevy, I think it'll be more towards... seriously, I don't think I'll miss Chevy though, because I know I'll be meeting him a lot of times. I mean, our family are quite close, and yeah, I think I'll meet him very often, so not that I'll miss him. I hope I can know you better. Yeah, but I mean honestly, even though I've always been stereotyped as the Mr. Popular back in NAFA and SMU, I don't think I'm always that fit in terms of those kind of ideals, and I prefer to kind of hippity-hoppy around. So yeah, of course there might be a lot of friends, a lot of Indonesian peeps whom I've missed and I've not befriended. However, I just really hope that you guys are doing fine, and I hope you'll do whatever you wish to do, and see you around. And I hope to get to know you better.
First impression of... Let's start with Yichao. The first time I met him was when he auditioned for Gaia. Before that, I don't know him, but I heard about him from my other friend, saying he's very bubbly and he's very friendly. So when in audition itself, I think my first impression was to expect the same thing, which is to be friendly. And yeah, apparently he is very friendly. It's just that he's very bubbly and he's very kind and very dramatic. I think those three words are the first impressions I have to Yichao. For Atong, I met him 16 years ago, so let's recall. I think the first impression is he's just a very, not nerdy, you know, the lugu kid. I don't know what the English word of it. I think back in 15 years, I'm also lugu, so I think my first impression is that. But now when he first came into Singapore, I think my first impression of him is annoying, because it's just him, and I don't, yeah, it's okay to say, yeah, he's annoying, first impression, but he's kind in heart, and yeah. Yichao obviously were in Gaia, because I was the director of Gaia 2018, assistant director of Gaia 2018. I was trying to train him. So he's very naughty in a sense that he's not very disciplined that time. He tried very hard, but it's not there. Sometimes he got so tired that he doesn't want to try it anymore. And as a director, or along with my leaders and coaching, acting coach, we need to convince him of how to do it. Along with the actors, also need to convince them how to do it. It's not that we fight, it's just that sometimes we got into a small argument because both of us are very tired, and it's really understandable. But all in all, we resolved it. He performed really well in the day itself. And yeah, I'm kind of proud of him at that point of time. Yeah. Atong, I think we don't really have a very big fight. It's just a stupid little fight. I tell him to shut up sometimes because he's too loud, and he's did the same to me. But the biggest fight that I can remember is none, I think. Yeah, because we just met too often. Yeah. For Yichao, I think I'll miss her bubbliness the most. Sometimes he lifts up the energy very well. Can I include what I don't miss too? No, I think I'll miss every single part of him. But for Yichao, yeah, I think I miss his energy sometimes. Just need that lift. And for Atong, there's nothing that I will really miss. I think I'll still meet him. But let's say if I don't meet him anymore, I think his stupidity in a good way. Sometimes he's just too innocent that I don't really understand and believe that he's very innocent. I think, and it makes people laugh. So I think I'll miss that part the most from him. Yeah. sorry. I think I annoyed quite a lot of people unconsciously. Like I did a lot of mistakes that I don't want to do. So I'm really sorry. And again, please take care, because I know some of the people, some of my friends who are struggling with their work stuff, their personal life. I think deep inside, I just want to tell them that I will always be here for you if you need me. And yeah, I'm sorry if I did something in the past that hurt you, and thank you for everything. Yeah.
My first interaction with Chevy was like I mentioned just now. We were walking. I went for the info session for Gaia, and he was one open the door, and he was very welcoming. Hey, come in, sit. Sit on the floor, please. I'm like, but I went in, and then subsequently I knew he was the director, and then he is very friendly, very nice, and he told us to do a lot of. Before he told us to do a lot of things, he actually asked for what everyone thinks. He's very considerate and very kind. In a way, like a father. A father that's younger than me. Okay, and as for Ah Chong, I knew him through SMUKI. I suppose it's Gaia. And then he was a photographer, he's everywhere. Interestingly, when I go for other schools event, he's also there, he's everywhere. It's like this. Okay, he's everywhere. And then when he first talked to me, he spoke to me in Mandarin. And I was like, oh, maybe he's a Malaysian or something. But after a while, I realized he was speaking Bahasa with everyone, and then he spoke English. And then when I realized he was speaking Hokkien with Chevy, I realized that this dude has really very good language talent. And then he also, I know he's very passionate about arts and theatre. That's why he's always in different kind of events, and he charged free. In fact, subsequently, I seek for help from him to shoot a few videos for me. Eventually, we didn't do it, but then when I asked him, he also willing to offer help with no charge, no nothing. And I think he's a really nice person and really very enthusiastic about what he's passionate, what he likes. And I believe it's something I should learn from him, yeah. I don't think I have got enough time to spend with Ah Chong to have a fight. Yeah, okay, I'll start with Chevy first. So, I don't think we had fights. So me and Chevy were together in Gaia 2018, and then he's my director, he's my boss, and then he's always very nice. You know, I won't say fight. It's just he'll tell me how to improve, and then what I should work on. And then we were group mates for a project last year. Last semester, last year we were group mates, and then he's always he doesn't talk much. He's very quiet, but he gets things done for himself. He gets things done he cover up for other people. Amazing group mate. You can't get a better group mate than him. And then I suppose the only time we fight is in 2018 there was this song I was singing, and I'm off pitch for one of the notes. I'm always flat. You go, Yichao, higher, push higher. I'm like, I push as hard as my mom when she's giving birth to me. But still, the note, I didn't hit the note. And I wasn't annoyed, but I mean, that's the only thing that I really tried, but he was like pushing me, like, no, you can do it, but you're not delivering the right note. Yeah, I think that's the only fight we had. Yeah, but for Ah Chong, we never got to have a disagreement. I was supposed to just, when there's no events going on in school, we barely got time to meet up and catch up. Hopefully in the future when we start working, we have more time to meet and catch up. Yeah. What I miss the most? I think I miss Chevy for him being because since I first knew him, he always start our first conversation we meet with and salt. So I suppose that's what I miss. And also I believe Chevy he's very how do I say? He cares, but he doesn't say. So I suppose, I mean, I could tell because of the project, right? He cares about the project, he does a lot of things, but when we were discussing and we were trying to sort out a lot of things, he doesn't complain about anything, but I know he has a lot of things in plate. So I suppose I would miss his, selflessness. Yeah, he always prioritizes group thing than himself. I think that's a really nice thing for me to miss. As for Ah Chong, I really miss his photography skills because all the while he's been tanking our shows and etc. And I know with him being there, doing all these things for us, things will all turn out very well. I suppose it's a faith I have in him. I'm not sure whether I can find it in other people among my friends at least. Okay, the thing is, I'm generally a very outspoken person. Sometimes I say things before I even think about it. So you want me to say something that I haven't got to say? I barely hide things. I can't hide things. Except I really hate you, maybe I won't say it. Okay, if I were to think about it, actually, I really appreciate the two of them for accompanying me for the past 3 years of my SMUKI journey, from the front stage to backstage. I haven't got a chance to say thank you to them because they've been really amazing people to work with, and I'm very thankful to them that things turn out very well for all of them. And then I believe that I haven't got to say because I don't think there's a need to. And but yeah, I want to say thank you. And I wouldn't have imagined how things would have been if I didn't work with the two of them, but some other people. It might still be the same, might be very similar, but I would say at least these two people made me feel that I feel comfortable and I have faith in what I'm doing. They are not wrong because there are people who say things and instruct me to do things that I believe, at least to my knowledge, they are right. And I have full faith in a team with the two of them inside.